Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Continue with the BJCP style guidelines. We're on style 9C, Baltic Porter. And for that, I've got one of, if not the progenitor of the style. This is the Polish beer, spelled with a Z, but it's Polish, so it's not pronounced like a Z. I believe it's pronounced je-vi-ets, je-vi-ets. I don't know. I should know because I'm part Polish on my dad's side. So this is a big beer, 9.5 ABV. Nice 500 ml bottle here. So Baltic Porter is one of those weird ale lager hybrids, although actually we'll get to that in just a sec. So let's talk about the overall impression here. Baltic Porter often has the malt flavors reminiscent of an English porter and the restrained roast of a Schwarzbier, with a higher OG and alcohol content than either. Very complex with multi-layered malt and dark fruit flavors. OG stands for original gravity, which if you don't know what that means, highly recommend getting How to Brew by John Palmer or any of the Charlie Papazian books. Links in the description box below. Let's check the comments, history, and all that stuff. So, the comments say, can be described today as an imperial porter, although heavily roasted or hop versions are not appropriate for the style. So really anything that's like calling themselves an imperial porter, as long as it's really not a stout, you could call it a Baltic porter. That's just kind of like the modern interpretation of it. What's interesting is that if you look under the history part here, it says historically top fermented, with many breweries adapting the recipes for bottom fermenting yeast along with the rest of their production. That's a lot of confusion and controversy in the beer world, is that Baltic porters are supposed to be lagers, basically supposed to be like super imperial Schwarz beers, but you can make a Baltic porter with ale yeast, according to this. Characteristic ingredients, generally lager yeast, but generally, not exclusively. The bitter chocolate or black malt, Munich or Vienna base malt, continental hops, Saz type, may contain crystal malts and or adjuncts. That's really interesting. Probably sugar is not corn. Brown or amber malt, common in historical recipes. Style comparison, much less roasted and smoother than an imperial stout, typically with less alcohol. Lacks the roasty qualities of stouts in general, more taking on the roasted but not burnt characteristics of a Schwarzbier. Quite fruity compared to other porters. Higher alcohol than other porters. And we got our vitals and everything there. All right, so I've got the Zywiec, however you pronounce it, in a glass here. Good looking beer. We'll get to that in just a sec. So let's go right into the aroma. So just a huge malt on this, and very, very fruity smelling. Cherries, plum, raisin, something like that. Like a baker's chocolate or a dark chocolate, nothing milk chocolate or candy like that. It doesn't smell, again, like kind of like the German box and doppelbox. Like it smells very malty, but it doesn't smell like sweet. It doesn't smell like I'm about to drink a bunch of sugar. Here, I do not smell alcohol at all, which is nice. So it smells really good. Let's see how it compares to the specs. Aroma, rich, malty sweetness, often containing caramel, toffee, nutty to deep toast, and or licorice notes. I agree with that. Yeah, definitely some licorice in there. Complex alcohol and ester profiles of moderate strength. I agree with that. Like moderate esters. Reminiscent of plums, prunes, cherries, raisins, or currants. Occasionally with a vinous port-like quality. I really don't get the vinous character, but I think like when you get old, they kind of take that on. Some darker malt character that is deep chocolate, coffee, or molasses, but never burnt. No hops. Okay. No sourness, true. Very smooth. I don't know why we'd call aroma smooth, but yeah, it's right there. I'm gonna go pretty big on this. I'm gonna go 11 out of 12. Let's check the appearance here. Well, obviously it's just like pitch black on camera. Hold up to the window. It's also pitch black, but I can see a little bit of brown down here. So, I'm gonna say definitely 44, and the brown down here is about a 22 to 27. Nice big frothy dark tan head on there. It's sticking around nicely. So yeah, it's looking really good. Let's check the specs on this. Appearance, dark reddish copper to opaque dark brown, not black. I guess so, but thick persistent tan colored head, true. Clear, although dark versions can be opaque, true. I guess I'll see just how clear it is once get towards the bottom there. But I'm gonna go the full 3 out of 3 on appearance. Obviously, it's right there. So Here comes the best part. I don't know how they say cheers in Poland. I should probably look that up. But so cheers. Yes. I haven't had this beer in a while. I forget every time I have it. I forget how good it is. There's a lot going on here. I'm getting sweetness. I'm getting fruit. I'm getting huge malt. I mean, definitely, like when I was smelling it, it really didn't smell like it was going to be sweet. But then, as soon as I took a taste, I get quite a confectionery flavor there, toffee, caramel, something like that. Huge malt base on it. There's like the de-bittered black malt, so it's not like black patent malt where it's just burnt popcorn or burnt toast or anything like that. It's the roasted character, the Maillard product, I guess you could call it. But yeah, it's not especially bitter. I mean, there's enough hops in there to like offer balance, and they're quite subtle, like a little bit of like spicy, earthy kind of thing in there. I don't know if I'd call it peppery exactly, but so it's kind of a dry kind of thing to offset that sweetness. And then it leaves this nice kind of aftertaste of like the fruity flavor. And I still get those confectionery notes in there, toffee. I think it's definitely more toffee and caramel than chocolate. The only chocolate impression I really get is like just kind of like as it's going down, I'm getting kind of like I said with the Aroma, baker's chocolate or a bittersweet chocolate. The alcohol offers some bitterness of its own too. Just it's not astringent. It's just like kind of like a unflavored alcohol, where a lot of the other stronger beers, the alcohol kind of comes through as a caramel or butterscotch or vanilla. This is just kind of more, I don't say rubbing alcohol. It's just unflavored alcohol, I guess you would call it. So really tasty beer, really complex, a lot going on with it. Let's check how it compares to the specs here. Flavor, as with Aroma, has a rich malty sweetness with a complex blend of deep malt, dried fruit esters, and alcohol. True. Has a prominent yet smooth Schwarzbier-like roasted flavor that stops short of burnt. Exactly. Mouth-filling and very smooth. True. Shouldn't that be under mouthfeel? Clean lager character. True. No green apple, no butter. Starts sweet but darker malt flavors. Quickly dominate, and persists through the finish. They really need somebody like me to edit this. Just a touch dry, with a hint of roast coffee or licorice in the finish. That's pretty much exactly what I said. Malt can have a caramel, toffee, nutty molasses, and or licorice complexity. Absolutely true. Light hints of black currants and dark fruits. I don't know about black currant, but yeah, dark fruits in general. True. Medium low to medium bitterness from malts and hops, just to provide balance. That's exactly what I said. Hop flavor from slightly spicy hops ranges from none to medium low. True. Yeah, I'm gonna go really high on this. I'm gonna say 18. Definitely full-bodied, very smooth. I don't know if I'd call it velvety, but it's very smooth, very comfortable. The alcohol is a pretty gentle, warming sensation. Check the specs. Whoops. Lost my place. Here we go. Generally quite full-bodied and smooth with well-aged alcohol warmth. True. Medium to medium-high carbonation, making it seem even more mouth-feeling. True. I would agree with that. Yeah, it's not low carbonation. It's not, thick and sticky. It's got a little CO2 in there to like keep it lively, I guess you could say. Not heavy on the tongue due to carbonation level. Okay, that's exactly what I just said. Again, I'm going to say the full 5 out of 5. Wow. All right, so overall impression on the Zywiec. I really like it. I think it's not only is it a good tasting, fun to drink, easy to drink beer, but it's also living up to the specs as we just saw. So I see no reason to give it anything other than a 10 out of 10 for overall impression. That's going to bring it up to a total score of 47 out of 50. All right, so thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Cheers in Polish.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.